Hi, it's Amanda the Nail Polish Hound, and today I'm going to be sorting through the first half of my green nail polishes. This is the creme nail polishes and my holographic greens. So this first batch are sort of lighter muted greens, and the first one in this little grouping is this OPI. It's called This Cost Me a Mint. Very pretty, extremely pale. And that's what this one looks like on the swatch wheel, and I'm going to be keeping this one. The next two do look different in the bottle, but when I swatch them, they look extremely similar. And the first one is China Glaze, Shermousse Blossom, very pretty polish. Again, I do really like this. This is what it looks like on the swatch wheel. Then we have Essie's Bon Voyage, and this is what that one looks like. As you can see, they are a little bit different in colour, but I definitely prefer the China Glaze, so I'm going to let the Essie go. And last in this little group, we've got Susie Takes the Wheel, and this is one of the polishes on my nails in this video. It's a slightly darker, almost sage-like green. I really like this one, and I'm going to be keeping it. And the next little grouping are all brighter and slightly yellowy greens. And this first one is a Barry M from their Wildlife collection. It's called Rainforest Green. Not a colour that I'm likely to wear on its own, but I have used this one in nail art. And it is extremely unique in my collection. This is what it looks like on the nail wheel. You can see it's a very yellowy green. I'm going to be keeping this one for the moment. Next we have got a Polish Me Royalty. This one is called Serene, and again this is the sort of colour green that I'm less likely to wear. That first grouping of colours, the more muted greens, I love wearing those, but these ones not so much. I've pretty much kept this one mostly for nail art. You can see it's a little bit more blue toned, but I really don't like it so much. I wouldn't wear it on its own, and I don't remember when I last used it, so this one's going to be leaving. Next we've got this old Sinful Colours. It's called Pistache. I have used this one in nail art. I've also used it on swatch wheels for when I'm looking at what my toppers look like. I have a whole series of those videos called Tricky Toppers. If you're interested, I'll leave the link at the end of this one. That's what this one looks like on the swatch wheel. And although I'm less likely to wear this one on its own, I think I will keep it for the moment, mainly for use in those swatching videos. Next up we have got Hollow Taco's Matcha Maker. When I wore this one, I wasn't entirely certain that I liked it against my skin tone, but I got loads of compliments, and it is a discontinued Hollow Taco, so for the moment I'm going to keep this one. If I don't enjoy it the next time I wear it, then I might let this one go. And that's what it looks like on the swatch wheel. So staying in my collection for the moment. And last of all in this little section we have an old Maybelline polish. This one is called Line Me Up. And again, I have used this one in nail art, and this is what that one looks like. I'm going to be keeping this one for the moment. So last of my green creme polishes, here are the darker ones. And first of all we've got this little one that was made for me by Louise of Loopy Frog Nails. And that's what it looks like on the swatch wheel. It's a proper, slightly muted grass green colour, and I really like this one, so that's staying. Then we have this Princess Nail Lacquer. It's called Try and Keep It Platonic. It's got some ugly bottle syndrome going on, but the formula's still fine, and this is what it looks like on the swatch wheel. That one is staying as well. Next up we have got this sort of olive green. It's called Matcha. It's by Barry M. Here's what it looks like on the swatch wheel, and that one's staying as well. And then finally in this section, a darker, slightly blue tone green. This one is again by Barry M. It's called Evergreen. Not my favourite polish, and it doesn't have the best of formulas, but I don't have any other really dark greens, so I'm going to be holding on to this one unless I manage to find something a bit better. But then again, I rarely wear a dark green, so maybe it's not worth replacing it, but it will be staying in my collection. And that's what this one looks like. Next we've got the first half of my green holographic polishes. And the first two, I have shown them to you before, and this is Full Charge on the left by Holo Taco, which is now discontinued, and also Sunshine Note, which is a combination of Holo Taco polishes. The fact I love the colour for this one with the pink shimmer in it as well. They are fairly similar apart from that pink shimmer. Of course I'm going to be keeping them both. I haven't swatched all of these because I know I'm keeping them, and as I said, this one, the Holo Taco Full Charge, is now discontinued or retiring, so I don't want to use it up unnecessarily. These next two, however, I have swatched together to see how they look, and the first one is another Barry M from their Molten Metal collection. It's called Holographic Flare. Very pretty. I do love this one. That's what it looks like on the swatch wheel. It's a little bit lighter than the next one, and that one is Holo Taco's Mint Mojito. This one is from the Pastel Rainbow collection, and that's what this one looks like. It's a little bit bluey green, quite similar to the last one, but I am going to be keeping them both. The other one's just a touch lighter, so I think I'm justified in that decision. And the next two are both Holo Tacos. Again, I haven't swatched these ones. I do know that I'm going to be keeping them both, but they are fairly similar looking in the bottle. The first one is called Sour Note. It's in their crushed hollow formula. This is one of the polishes that I used to create that Franken that I showed you just a moment ago. And because I've used quite a bit of it up, and because I want to make more of that Franken, I'm probably going to be getting myself another bottle of this one next time I make an order. So obviously this one is staying in my collection. And then the last one in this section is Green Taffy by Holo Taco. This was from the original Rainbow collection. Not quite as pretty as the last one. It does have a good linear holographic formula, and I'm going to be keeping this one. So this is the last little collection that I have of holographic polishes. And the first one is my one and only Enchanted polish that was gifted to me by Claire Gray. I can never remember what this one's called, and the label's fallen off. It is very pretty. It's got quite a strong green in it, but if you get it to the edge of the bottle at an angle, also sort of a grey green and occasionally almost pink to purple. It's quite complex, and that's what it looks like on the nail wheel. This one is going to be staying too. And then next up we have the other polish that's on my nails in this video. And this one is Swinging London by A England, and it looks a little bit plain in the bottle, almost like a beige, but you've seen it on my nails in this video. You can see it just behind the cap there at an angle. It's incredibly holographic, and you get all sorts of different colours coming through that lovely sort of pale muted greeny brown base. So whilst I did think originally when I just looked at it that I might be destashing it, I'm definitely not now I've worn it. And that's what it looks like on the swatch wheel, but quite honestly that does not do it justice. The last three I haven't swatched because I know I'm going to be keeping them all. So here is Zoya's Merida. This is classic Zoya. I love this finish that they do with the scattered holographic glitters in it, so this one is definitely staying. Then we have this really unusual danglefoot polish. This is from their Doctor Who collection. It's called Come Along Pond, and you're getting all the different colours in that bottle there. It's really, really pretty. I'm not sure I've even worn this one yet, to be honest, but look at the blue coming through, the holographic and the green. It's beautiful. Definitely staying in my collection and needs to be worn soon. And then last of all, we've got the darkest green linear holo by Holo Taco, and this one's called Lost in the Woods, and it's from the Dark Rainbow collection. Almost a dark teal, this one. I do like it very much, and it's unusual and unique in my collection, and also part of the collector's box, so I'm going to be keeping it. So just the 2 greens leaving my collection for the moment. There were a few that I kept just for nail art that I might get rid of at a later date if I don't wear them or use them, but for the moment I'm going to be keeping the rest and just getting rid of these 2. Thanks for watching, and in my next video I'm going to go through the rest of my green nail polishes. Bye!